at this point, my broker is trying to see if he can get somebody else in management there to talk to. But as of right now, it's not going to get paid. So I'm sorry to do this to you, but I have to cancel Monday.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Mike Dyke. I'm a licensed master plumber and the owner of Pipe Doctor Home Services. Today, we are going to do something epic, something very humbling, something that we all need to do, which is give back. Today, for the first time this heating season, a family in Lynbrook, New York, not too far from our shop in Woodmere, they're going to be the recipient of this U.S. boiler Burnham SteamMax 100 gas-fired steam boiler with all the fittings and material needed to install it. That's going to replace their existing young steam boiler that failed prematurely, not due to normal wear and tear. Got a hole above the waterline. At the end of the day, we're going to be sharing some tears of joy. So stick around, smash that thumbs up button. And if you'd like to donate to the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy nonprofit charitable organization, my organization is an IRS recognized 501c3 public charity with a mission to provide free or low-cost plumbing, heating, and cooling services to those in the community who can't afford to hire a professional. I'm going to put a link up there or there, and also down in the description box down below. If you also care to send a check, you can do that as well. Details in the description box down below. Let's get going. And in case you're wondering, U.S. Boiler, who makes this boiler, the SteamMax 100, not a sponsor of the channel, did not provide the equipment. No third party provided anything for this install. Now you may be asking yourself, Mikey Pipes, why did the boiler fail? It was only less than 20 years old. You're saying it didn't die by normal wear and tear. Then why did it die? Well, the answer is quite simple. If you got one of these, right? This is an automatic water feeder. It's in a box here on my shelf, and as opposed to being installed on a boiler. I don't like them. I really don't. I'll tell you why later, but when you have one of those instead of one of these, all right, the automatic feeder is going to automatically replenish lost water in a steam system. This, you have to manually add water. And if you're manually adding water more than a couple times a month, you got problems. And the reason for that is cast iron boilers don't like fresh oxygenated water, especially steam boilers. And if you're adding water, which is fresh and oxygen, it's not used boiler water, for example, constant addition of unnecessary makeup water will cut a hole above the waterline. Crazy, huh? But it's true. And believe it or not, every heating season, we probably, as a company, probably replace a couple dozen steam boilers that have died prematurely. Some as early as only maybe 3 or 4 years old. So if you got one of these, right, remember these words. Adding water more than a couple times a month is no bueno. All right, here is that boiler. There's your model serial number. Don't forget your iPad. That's not charged.
No,
It's not charged. All right, so the insurance company denied the claim, approved the claim, denied the claim, then approved the claim, but we don't know if we're ever getting paid on this, so it's on the house. We're going to take out this boiler in its entirety, and that replacing the boiler resolves the effect of the problem. The problem here is that this automatic feeder right there, well, it was replenishing water all the time because we're losing water. We're losing water because we have steam mains and steam radiator air valves that are leaking steam. And when you lose steam, the water's got to get replaced. And eventually, it'll cut a hole above the water line. And that's not normal wear and tear. Okay. Got enough room there?
Yeah. A little further if you can. Just a tad.
You good.
A little more.
How much are you gonna get?
Oh, for real?
You can.
Well, maybe I can slide
that
it.
way.
Yeah, maybe I can slide it. Okay.
That's fine. Oh, I don't.
You gotta tighten it. Ah, that was my thing.
Oh, shit, sorry, bro. It's tight. Pull it?
Yeah, it's good. Tilt towards you. Okay. Alright, hold on. Alright.
Ready?
Yeah, where am I gonna be? First step.
Okay, next step.
Second step. Next one. Next. Two more after this. One more after this. One more there on the ground. On the ground. Pull, come to me a little bit now. Swing it that away. You have to inch it over because we have to. Oh, hit the wall. There you go. Okay. Bring it right into the boiler.
A little more.
More. What?
Alright, got it. So put it down right here for now? Or?
No. What? We won't be able to get in and out of the boiler. You're hitting the cabinet. You're still hitting the cabinet. All right. You're not gonna make it through the. Yeah, yes, you will.
Wow.
Wow.
I'd go the other side.
Right here? For now?
I would go in there.
Okay. Hold on, finish it.
I'll start.
By the way, there's a QR code up there right now. I want you to donate as much as you can. It is a nonprofit. We are a nonprofit organization, and your donation is tax deductible. All right. So it's 25 after 8 in the morning. I'm contemplating keeping this existing near boiler piping that we cut out and left from the old boiler and using 2 Viga Mega Press tees. If I put them right here, I'm too close here. So I'm gonna have to cut that, extend this a little bit, and then fit a T here and a T there. And if I cut there and I cut right there, I could line that up and put a short piece of 2-inch between the 2 T's, come up, elbow down, create our drop header, come this way, pick up the first T, pick up the second T, come across for our equalizer, maintaining 2-inch and going to our Hartford loop. Our flue, 6-inch existing, lines up perfectly with the 5-inch. We're going to put a 6x5 reducer here, connect to our flue. Skim tapping, we don't skim here because we know better. And this is the relief, and that's a drain. Daniel and Peter are working on the controls, and this is interesting. Peter, this is your second philanthropy job that you are on, but this is Daniel's first philanthropy job. Yeah. Are you giving up your pay for today?
The
issues with cancer?
Yes, the gentleman in Ozone Park, Queens, who's had problems with his steam system. We've been there a couple times, and
There for that?
yeah,
This is his third.
yes, technically it's his
Oh,
third.
it's-
Yes, and no, and also the one with the kitchen sink.
Vandergrift and then the kitchen sink.
Yep, kitchen sink. This is just your fourth. This is your fourth
I've just,
philanthropy job you've been on.
I talked to the guy from Pennsylvania.
Oh,
He's actually pretty
Keith?
interesting.
Keith. Yeah, he's slightly on the spectrum. Slightly.
Slightly?
Slightly.
I think he's proudly fully on it.
Yeah, but he drives. He's functional. He drives. He's a motorcycle.
He talks to a lot of like people too.
Yeah.
Like he talks to like the CEO of Ridge Wallets, and he has all these free Ridge wallets.
He's very special.
He's a TikTok too.
Yeah. All right, let's get the show on the road. Peter, do you know something? There is no effing way that there's ever going to be boiling water up here.
Probably not.
Was this a 40-inch piece?
40, yep. Is that the tallest we've done?
It's taller than me. I'm 6 foot 1 inch and 6 foot and a half, whatever. 6 foot. I'm 6 foot and a half, right? Duh. And it's taller than me by at least 6 inches. There is no way ever that there's going to be violently exploding water boiling up here. Ever. And when you come back down like this, so much dry steam. It just makes me so excited to give this family heat. And they haven't had it all winter long. Yep. All right, so we just got to do a little bit of flue pipe. We have a 6x5 reducer.
You're doing it at an angle. Yeah. Other angle.
The other angle.
Can't go over the split. And then angle it back out. You can't go over.
Peter, you're scratching the shit out of the boiler, by the way. Look at that. I think it's the first time we've ever scratched the boiler.
There's a lot of scratches on this.
What happened?
Came like that.
It came like that?
Yeah, it came like
Yeah. Damn U.S. boiler. It'd be nice if you gave us the boiler. Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it?
No, it's glue.
Yeah.
See? It's glue. All right. Let's see if that fits. We're going to get ridiculed for scratching the boiler.
again.
Yeah. Dum dum
In
dum
the 90th swing it? Or?
dum 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 dum. There's no way this is gonna work. Dum dum dum. You got your jacket all dirty.
Jacket's always a mess.
When's the last time you washed it?
Never.
Last week.
Really?
Peter, you gotta get in the chimney.
Didn't come out of my pants either. You have to push it.
Now, line it up. Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay.
Sorry.
Look at that.
Is that?
It's perfect.
It's good. It's perfect. It's perfect. Look at that. That is a beautiful Christmas present we're giving them. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, I have to wire the auto feed.
No, not yet. No, we're not doing that.
They will, no, they're like, we need it. We can't live without it. What if we go on vacation? That's what they keep saying.
We're going to monitor this. Okay, you can wire it in, whatever. But we need to monitor this because I'm not coming back here in 5 years and giving another free boiler.
I'd rather do that too. I hate auto feed. I don't want to wire it in.
Yeah.
And it sounds.
All right, it's 11:32. Still Monday.
What did it do? Why did it stop?
It opened.
No, it stopped moving for a second. It was making a weird noise and stopped moving halfway through.
Nice movie.
It's still going.
Why? Because I helped it.
Now for our joints, we're doing 3 screws. That's the code. I don't like using tape. We use screws. Okay. Is it only 55 in the house?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's an improvement. We were at 44 every day.
Were you? We're gonna set it like a little at 68 for right now. Did you get the air out? So it should ignite momentarily.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Somewhere for air was in here.
Yeah, it'll come out. Another beautiful job. Beautiful, beautiful job. And unfortunately, we don't have any steam pipe insulation. It's on back order. Fittings, we ran out. So as soon as that becomes available to us, which I heard is in a couple days, we'll come back and wrap all of our near boiler piping so they can save a little extra money on their heating bills. Once we fire this thing up and clean everything up out of here, I'll give you an overview of what we did and how we put it together and how we got it done before lunch. You know what? It's the first time for everything, but we finally have a fitting that we didn't press in. You may want to turn so you don't burn your hand with the scalding hot water. Yeah. There you go. Keep going. Okay, go. Press.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully that's the only one. Yeah, because it says replace this. Is replacing everything. You don't want to do that. 100, 200, 300, 400, 5-ish in fittings. Oh, that would suck. That would really suck. But
That was just
if this was leaking because it wasn't pressed right, yeah, $500, $550 worth of fittings right here. That would suck.
Take it out, take this picture.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah, I guess, yeah, whatever. I don't know.
50-50.
It looks nice though. All right, one of the things that we have to do, just because we're professional, is don't take for granted that our settings that are on this are good. We have a pressure setting of 5. We are going to use our counterclockwise screwdriver, and we're going to bring that down to a hair under 2. Okay, right there. Okay, now we're going to take this, because it's a subtractive pressure troll. You see where it says there, differential is subtractive. We're going to set the differential at 0.5. Is it 0.5, Daniel? Or is it 1 point? No, it's 0.5. I keep forgetting because, you know, Burnham U.S. Boiler ordered these pressure trolls, you know, for 5 and 1.5, and you don't need high pressure. You need very little pressure. So our differential is 0.5, and we're slightly under 2. I like this to be 1.5, and that'll give us our range of 0.5 to 2. Now, if we really wanted to be sophisticated here and really want to dial this in, we can change this pressure troll for a vapor stat, where we'll measure in ounces of pressure and not pounds of pressure. However, when you do that, you have to make sure the entire system is proper. That means the steam mains are good, all the steam radiator air valves are good, because then you're gonna have problems. Okay, that's set. Daniel's gonna finish wiring up the automatic water feed, and then I'm gonna give you an overview of what we did here for this deserving family in Lynbrook. So, just because we're replacing the boiler doesn't finish the job. Here's the problem. You see that? That's a steam main that is leaking out steam. And if it's leaking steam, it's leaking water. If it's leaking water, it needs to be replaced. And if it does that too frequently, you're gonna kill the boiler. All right, so we're taking out this cheap Mado mist right here, and we're putting in, I'm nuts. I'm really nuts. Number 75 steam main by Honeywell. Actually, no, not Honeywell, Bell & Gossett. This is a beast. All right, so it was a pain to get it out, but we're gonna elevate the main with a 6-inch nipple. Oh, no, too long. Oh no. Connect 4. Sorry, trouble. So it's a little too long. It sucks. We don't feel like drilling a hole in the subfloor. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. All right, so we had a 6-inch nipple. Now we're going with the 5-inch. We're throwing some Blue Monster thread sealant there. We're gonna put that on up in there. Now we have 2 mains leaving the boiler, and at the end of every main there needs to be a main air valve, which is what this is. This is also the same thing, but this is this cheap. Literally, this is like 45, 50 bucks, and that's like 150. So there's a big price difference here, but that does a hell of a lot more than this can ever do in its entire lifetime. And you know, Pipe Doctor, you know, I've been doing this for a while. I know what works, what doesn't, what's reliable, what's dependable, what isn't, and there's a reason why we install those instead of these, because those are far superior. And we're gonna get a lot more air out with the Bell and Gossett up there. There it is. There it is up there. Trying to give you a good zoom in right there. There it is. You don't want to turn the boiler back on?
He's doing air vents.
Oh,
this is
you can do it.
retarded.
You can do it. Oh, look at the asbestos. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the tour. 12:23. Still Monday. Still the 18th. Okay. We have a steam boiler here. Okay. We have a vessel or a pot of water above a flame. Okay. That has roughly about 5 gallons of water. Okay. Don't hold me to that, but roughly around 5 gallons of water for this particular size system. At the top of this pot of water above the flame, right, which is called your cast iron heat exchanger, okay, you have a pipe. Now, this single pipe coming out of the top of the boiler, its job is to carry steam from that chest inside the heat exchanger up, okay? When this water is boiling, and our water level is only right around there, halfway up, that water is violently boiling, and some water, boiling water, is getting up here. Okay, it's a given, right? Because you have this water violently boiling, like the pot of water wants to overflow, but you're restricting the outlet of that steam. So you want to make this pipe as high as possible. The minimum is 18 inches. Again, defer to the manual. It tells you exactly how it needs to be piped in every single time without fail. When in doubt, defer to the manual. There's a plethora of information in here, even down to how many gallons of water this boiler holds, right? To the type of venting, to the type of steam piping, right, that you can and cannot put in. Okay. In this particular example, we took a 40-inch piece of 2-inch threaded steel pipe, and we threaded it into the tapping off the top of the boiler. 40 inches is right here. Okay. And this piping configuration, this upside down U piping configuration you see here, we steam heads or plumbers, we call this a drop header. The purpose of doing this is to create dry steam, or to prevent any water that made its way here to not go up to our steam mains. But this helps us give us more drier steam, and it also allows that water to go back to the boiler instead of up to the mains, where you can have that banging and clacking sounds, which you don't want to have. So we came up, and for all of our press fittings here, all the fittings that we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a few more down there, 8, 9, all by Viga, the old Mega Press, and you need special jaws for the iron pipe. So this is a 2-inch. Viga Mega Press 90. This is a street 90, making that upside down U. We took a short little black nipple there, no threads. May put a 90 there. Another short nipple, another 90, another short nipple. There's our first T. There's our second T. And this pipe here, leaving the second T, this is called our equalizer. The purpose of this equalizer, which cannot be more than one pipe size in diameter smaller than our steam header, right, is to equal pressure from our steam outlet and our condensate return. You want to have both sides equal. And if you have a steam boiler in your home or you're working on a steam system, you only see one pipe leaving and it ends here, like this is a 90, it's wrong, right? Am I saying redo it all, for good benefit of the homeowner? I would change it when you change the boiler. Make sure you do it the right way. But you want to have an equalizer here because you want the steam outlet pressure to be the same as the condensate return. So this 2-inch pipe, which can be 1.5 inches as well, because that one pipe size and diameter smaller, goes back down to the bottom of the boiler. And you're going to notice we have another piping configuration over here. This is a 2 by 1.25 inch steam T, cast iron T. This creates our Hartford loop. The Hartford loop was designed and engineered and patented by the Hartford Steam Boiler Insurance Company, now known as the Hartford Insurance Company, in the early 1900s. They were in the business of insuring steam systems, and they were getting tired of paying out claims on boilers, steam boilers that ran out of water due to cracks in the wet return, which is that right there. So they came up with this configuration called the Hartford Loop, named after the Hartford Steam Boiler Insurance Company. So the good thing with this is if the wet return should ever fail and not and break, you're not going to lose all the water in the boiler instantly. But it's very important you have a very short nipple there. Okay, you can also make this a Y as well, but you need a very short nipple there. If it have anything long there, you can have bangings there, and that's no good. It's also written in the manual. We come down with our steam 1.25 90, and then we have a couple press 45s going to our wet return. The heel T, 2 by 3/4 heel T, picks up our water feed. And we have a water feeder there. Taking a look at our components, we have our probe style low water cutoff, our sight glass. You notice that our Hartford Loop T is right in the middle of that where it needs to be. Pressure troll for pressure regulation. And that's connected to a pigtail. It helps protect the pressure troll from the latent heat, bearing and saving its life off of that. And it should be brass. Helps not get clogged. And then below that we have our pressure gauge, which is a 30 psi pressure gauge. I wish that was like up to 15. It would be nice, but I guess when you have knuckleheads that take the 15 psi relief valve here and put in like a 30 or a temperature and pressure relief valve for 150 psi and 210 degrees, well, you get those knuckleheads and that kind of blows up the pressure gauge. This is a skim tapping. You'll use that if you like to skim. I don't like to skim. I've never skimmed a boiler. I was taught by dead men not to skim a boiler. If you take care of the piping when you put it in and you wipe the oil down if you're threading, you'll avoid that. But also if you add a product by Rector Seal called Surgex, all right, makes that water a little bit lime green right there. Well, it helps provide more drier steam. It helps neutralize, sorry about the phone, helps neutralize anything that's in the water that shouldn't be there. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Brand new steam boiler. And I know it's a little close to Christmas, but if you're looking for a free sticker, email me, Mike at mikeypipes.com. If you'd like to make a donation to the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy nonprofit travel organization, there's a QR code up there or there, and also a link in the description box down below. You can also send your donation, which is tax deductible, since we are an IRS 501c3 charitable organization. It is a tax deductible donation. And as I said before, the boiler, the labor, the material, everything that we use today was provided by my company, Pipe Doctor Home Services, at no cost to the homeowner whatsoever. I'm not going back and forth with this insurance company. They approve, they deny, they approve, they deny. This morning again they approved, but then they said leave the old boiler there because we have to double check it. So it is what it is. Let's go give the homeowners the great news. There's your new boiler. Okay.
You can go choke on that. You have no idea. How I went back and forth They only changed their tune when I told them I was filing a claim with the state insurance department.
Well, it's unusual for homeowners insurance policies to have what you have, which is that mechanical breakdown coverage.
Most of them don't.
Most of them don't, but you actually have what we call a rider. I did a little research on this, and also people commented on the video that I created for this last week. And you know, some people commented who are the insurance industry, like if you have that insurance rider for mechanical breakdown, some policies have it, not most, but a small fraction actually do. As long as it's not normal wear and tear, listen, you know, it's part of maintenance. You know, things break a normal course like a water heater. You know, 15 years later, you need to replace it. Your insurance company's not going to give you a new water heater, you know, but it's like a car. Eventually it wears down. But in this particular case, you know, they sent the HVACI company out here who verified that the heat, there's nothing wrong, quote unquote, there was nothing wrong with the heat exchanger. And I know it's BS completely, because I know why it failed, I know how it failed, and I know what failed on it.
Right.
And then I called him out on it. And he goes, okay, send me some pictures, send me a video. And that's what I did. And as soon as they saw that, but it was not even an hour later, they approved it, but the next day they denied it.
Right.
He
He approved it.
Yes.
He told me he shouldn't have said something. He shouldn't have said anything, and that he learned a lot. What are you going to learn? If your claims rep, you should know what the hell you're doing.
Agreed. However, I promised that I was going to give you heat before Christmas, and my company did. And I am not holding my breath. Like I said, if the insurance company's going to pay it, great. If the insurance company decides to give you a check, if you would like to, you can take that check and give it to my nonprofit, and you'll get a tax write-off. All right, because my nonprofit, my company gave you this boiler, okay, for Christmas, and that's what we do. That's why I started a nonprofit organization to help people in need in the community. And you're not the only one who's gotten something like this. I'm just honored that you let me come in here. I'm sorry that you had the other plumber guy. There's his part, right? But you know, he's trying to get money from you.
No, he did. He called my husband 1,000 times.
Yeah, but he
And this
didn't
morning
repair
he
the
called
system.
him and he told him to go F himself because he's a liar.
But he didn't repair the system.
Right.
So to charge someone, you know, for a job they didn't complete is just not right. It's unethical. It's not professional.
Well, that's why I didn't want him touching anything.
Yes. But if he wants to come get his part, there it is. But your insurance agent, broker, whatever his name is, the adjuster, he told me to leave the old boiler here when we replace it. I didn't tell him when we replace it or whatever, but there it is. And we went a step further, and we cut open the top of it, and we saw where it failed in two spots there and there. There and there. Forget about the whole blackness that you see there. It's just carbon, but whatever. And this is them. They're gonna come take it out. Okay.
That's what he told me. I was shocked when he said that. You know, but they have to send it to the manufacturer to
Thanks.
see where it
Have
fails.
yourself some
Yeah.
more cookies, coffee.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No, right now I'm speechless.
Okay.
You don't think the insurance is going to cover it?
It would be nice if they do, but it doesn't matter, right? You guys reached out to me. You guys needed a hand, and I'm just giving back to the community. I've been very blessed over since 2008, when I started my business. I've been very blessed. It was hard at first, but you know what? God continues to bless us, and I'm just doing my part, and it's my honor to give something back to the community. So if they do decide to give you a check, it's yours. But if you want to make a donation to the organization, that would be nice. That would be nice. That'd be really nice. But this is yours at Christmas. Now, the automatic water feeder is still there. It's connected. But that valve up there is closed, right? The red handle valve up there. It's closed, right? Because it's perpendicular to the pipe it's connected to. Like this one's on. See, it's parallel.
Right.
Right. Well, hold on. Yeah, it's closed. Let's close this.
So right now the water feeder.
So right now
is
the
off.
water feeder is connected, but if it were to get a signal to add water, it won't be able to add water. I would like you to keep an eye on how frequently you're adding water to the boiler. I would like to be here back before the end of the week with the pieces that we need to make the hissing go away. That's the goal. And once that's in place, you're going to continue watching it, and you'll see once or twice a month you'll be needing to add water to the boiler. That's it. And if that's the case, this boiler, the failure that you had on this boiler will not reoccur on this one. I can promise you that.
That's unusual because I saw underneath it was bad.
It was crumbling from inside out. You know, we were saying deteriorated, like, oh, we don't cover deteriorating boilers. Like, well, it's deteriorating because there's a hole in it. And then they said, oh, okay, we covered that. Yeah, whatever. They're full of it. I hate insurance companies.
No, I know, I've been dealing with
Yeah.
them for 40
Well,
years.
Mike, I really would sleep better if you give us some help.
Okay, it's fine. But this is yours. All right, sir.
Nice meeting
You as well, ma'am.
You're the best.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Happy holidays. Merry
I
Christmas.
couldn't have done it without you.
It's okay. We helped. You had a need. We fixed it.
I gotta admit, it feels really, really great to put a smile on someone's face. Just family, husband and wife. Haven't had any heat all season long. It's Monday, December 18th. And for the first time this heating season, this family finally has some normalcy. And it feels great to be part of an organization, a part of a team, part of a family, part of a community to make that happen today. You know what? It's all good and great to do great professional work, deliver prompt and professional, reliable plumbing, heating, and cooling services, making some great money in the process. But it also feels amazing to give back to the community. Happy holidays, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being part of the community that I am humbled to be there with you and this journey that we're embarking on to make the trades great again. Thank you. Happy holidays. Catch you in the next one.